Hi, I'm Christina Jakob, creator of Pain Free in 6 Weeks. So today I had to think about this, but I found a very sure way to be lonely and miserable in life. Not a good thing, right? And that was definitely by making assumptions, something that I teach my clients not to do. So I caught myself doing it. I was at a dinner with some friends that I keep in touch with all the time, and some friends that I haven't seen in a while, right? So at one point, I made a joke, and the friends that are, I make a lot of jokes. I try not to take life too seriously. And the friends that I hang out with regularly, they know me, they know my sense of humor, they know my jokes, so we're all laughing. And then three of my friends who I haven't seen in a long, long time, they just one of them just rolled their eyes, and the other one just I don't know, she kind of went for her boyfriend's hand while she was making that fake smile, like, and then reaching for her boyfriend. I don't know for what, for comfort, for safety, and the other one was just kind of like no laughter, confusion, and that's okay. At least I got half of the table, but and that was just one of the jokes, one of the things, right? But for some reason, we are we're able to concentrate and focus so clearly on what doesn't go exactly how we wanted it to go. So from that, I took it personally. And I thought about it as I was driving home because I just didn't feel comfortable. Something was off. And I was thinking, okay, what's going on, Christina? I was like, those, reactions that I got at that one joke. Is that what it is? Like, yeah. And then I'm like, well, yeah, oh my gosh, she was reaching for her boyfriend. What's that story? And, oh, the other one was rolling their eyes. So I started making up stories, what they would do that and how they would think and how they judged me. And who knows, it might have happened that at that time they were just not in the mood to laugh or not. And I just made this whole big story on each and every one of them. And I blamed them. I took it personally. I blamed them and I reacted. And it was just more like pretty much emotional poison, right? It's like taking your own poison. And of course, I made assumptions, which I tell my clients not to do. It might have been a misunderstanding. And the worst is that I took it personally. So what? People think differently. They do stuff differently. Big deal. And then I created a big drama out of nothing. So, and then of course I had to call my sister and tell her about it. And that's when I caught myself. I'm like, oh my God, no, I'm just like kind of gossiping about it. And I'm building a bigger drama than it is. And, based on assumptions, complete assumptions. And this will be a never ending cycle and it needs to stop. It was, I could have just asked for a clarification, right? I could have just looked at them and like, hey, how are you feeling? And maybe, one of them wasn't feeling right, or maybe, who knows? But I did not. And usually we do not. That's one of our problems. We assume a lot, most of us, because we don't want to ask for clarifications, one, because we don't want to look like a fool, or maybe, and this is for most of the people that I know, we don't really like confrontations, and if we can avoid them, we avoid them. So that's what it is, and we create a big drama out of nothing. We always think that maybe the other person should know how we feel because they're our friends, or maybe because we do that for our partners. They're our partner, they should know, our wife, our husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is, friend, family. They should know how we are. They should know how we feel. So why are they judging us? That's actually us judging ourselves, which is even worse. And then we create all the drama and put it on them. So it's just, I think that why do we do this? I think it's mostly fear of unknown. We come up with stories and with explanations because we don't know exactly what happened. And we come up with a story and then, oh, now I understand. And then we feel safe if we understand. It's some sort of self-defense mechanism and preservation mechanism of the brain, right? It needs to understand. So it's not in the know, so we know exactly what to do to save ourselves from, I don't know, saber tiger. So the biggest assumption that we usually make is that everyone sees life the way we do. We think that they think like us, that they see like us, that, you know, they act like us and they judge like us, which again is completely untrue. If we watch any kind of movies, or if we go to any or documentaries or things, the way we see, or some people who see green, other people see red. Oh, well, that's, you know, not the same thing. It depends how the light turns, you know, hits anything, or the social interaction, or the way we think. It's been proven that if, you know, 5 people see the same car accident, for example, the testimonials from each and every one will be different, some of them even completely different, and that's based on the way they saw it, the way after they see maybe the drivers, you know, the judgments that they have, and the way they were feeling. And there's so many variables in everything like that. The perception that we have in the world is completely different from one person to another. So we already know this, but yet we think and we believe that everybody sees the same thing we do, feels the same way, they act the same, and they judge the same, which is completely untrue. And then we want the other person to know how we think, and to know how we feel, and to know how we would act. And if they don't, then we consider, you know, that they did something to hurt us. And it's completely untrue. We just make assumptions. We come up with stories, and these bring the biggest dramas of our lives. So what is the solution? What's the answer to this whole thing? Well, first of all, which is very, very, very easy, is to ask for questions. So we ask for questions, right? You know, we need to be courageous and don't be scared of confrontation, and just ask. Ask until it's clear, until whatever's said is clear to you. And then number 2 is ask for what you want, right? People will not know what you think. People will not know what, you know, you want. So you should tell people what you want at all times. If you don't take care of yourself, nobody will, because they don't know how to, because it depends on how you feel that day, or it all, you know, what you read, what movie you saw, what ice cream you had, if you went to yoga, if you ran, if you met with some friend, if something triggered something from your past. So no one is in your own experience. No one really understands the whole you in every single moment of your life. They know maybe the core part of you, but they don't understand all the nuances. So we need to ask for what we want. And clear communication, of course, will change all your relationships in your life, and be it with yourself or with others, or to set boundaries between yourself and others, which is very important for a healthy relationship with others and with yourself. And it's very important for any of the clients that I work with, you know, when it comes to pain, to chronic pain, to stress and tension, that comes right in. They all of them learn in my Pain-Free in 6 Weeks course. They do learn how to validate their own feelings. They have to, and their emotions. And then how to ask for clarification, right? We do not make assumptions. We do not, you know, build a huge drama over nothing. And then They learn how to set boundaries, very healthy boundaries. And they have the courage then to ask for what they want and definitely to say no. Because all these put together, is us taking care of ourselves and not building a drama in our lives and a point of stress and tension, which creates and perpetuates chronic pain. So go ahead, if you have chronic pain or if you want to stay away from chronic pain, definitely do not make assumptions, and always ask, for clarification. Just ask until you're clear, until the whole picture is clear. Don't be afraid of confrontation. Just ask questions until you're clear, and to ask for what you want. Very important, so you don't create chronic pain and no big drama in your life. Drama free. Isn't that great? Wouldn't that be amazing to have our entire lives? So go ahead, get the courage, ask questions until you're clear, and ask for what you want. All right, till next time.